Hi, this is Andre, and thanks for checking out Synthisophy. Synthisophy is integrating the wisdoms of history, based on fact and truth, into present culture. The roots being synthesis, history, and Sophie, as in philosophy. Sophie, the Greek root meaning wisdom, knowledge. Today we're going to be talking more about chapter 29. What can we do to depolarize the nation? And just a heads up, this is part 2 of 3 parts on this chapter. So, recall how hyperpolarized we are today? So what can we do to depolarize the nation? Step 1, be synthisophic. Step 2, take action. Last week we talked about how to be synthisophic. Today we're going to be talking about how to take action. So remember, be synthisophic and then you take action. Be synthisophic and then take action. So, let's take action. The most important of which is vote. Exercise your right in a democratic society. Take action. You could also choose an area of interest and contact your local, state, or national representatives and express your views on that topic. Take action. You can run for office at the local, state, or national level. There was a surge in candidates running for U.S. Congress in 2020, 2022, and again now going into 2026. Take action. Only 15% of congressional races in 2024 were competitive. 85% were safe seats for either party. How democratic is that? Should there be open primaries? Launch an Instagram, TikTok, or X account on this topic and take action. Are you in favor of term limits? Congress has a 15% approval rating, but a 93% re-election rate. If so, go to termlimits.com. Take action. Where is AI taking us as a society? Does AI need regulation? Take action. Get rid of gerrymandering, or temporarily increase gerrymandering to offset acute Republican gerrymandering, and then get rid of it. Take action. Get involved in depolarization at braverangels.org. Braver Angels is a national, bipartisan, nonprofit group dedicated to depolarizing America by bringing conservatives and liberals together for respectful dialogue, aiming to reduce political polarization and foster common ground. Take action. What about term limits on Supreme Court justices? We are the only modern democratic republic that allows high court justices to serve indefinitely without either term limits or mandatory retirement age. Contact your representatives, join a movement, start a movement, take action. Minimize fraud in the tobacco, fossil fuel, pharmaceutical, insurance, and defense industries. Minimize fraud in the unemployment, welfare, Medicare, and Medicaid programs. Take action. Can anything be done about the unequal distribution of wealth in this country? Look at the distribution of wealth as shown here in this diagram. The top 20% in blue have 84% of the wealth. The second 20% in red have 11%. The middle 20% in green has 4.7%. The fourth has 0.2%, and the bottom fifth has 0.1%, both of which are so small you can't even see them in this diagram. So take action, as in overturn Citizens United versus the Federal Election Commission. This opened the floodgates for the super rich to drive elections. Recall Thomas Jefferson's quote, "A vast accession of strength founded on banking institutions and moneyed interests is riding and ruling over the plundered plowman and beggared yeoman." So launch a website, launch a YouTube channel, take action. Is there a middle ground between the right to bear arms, mass shootings, and public safety? Take action. Rebuild American infrastructure, take action. Expand the U.S. Supreme Court, take action. Campaign finance reform, take action. Are there areas to take action? Education, climate change, renewable energy, reproductive rights, public safety, national security, foreign policy, economics and inflation. Take action. And most important, vote. These are just a few suggestions. There are many more. With Synthisophy in mind, we hope that many people will take action in our democratic republic and go in many directions to bring about the much-needed change in our present society. As Thomas Jefferson said, it's time for the people to stand up to the current moneyed interests, and also to the alt-right and the illiberal left, and bring our democracy and society back to its roots. It's what the Founding Fathers originally intended, as stated in the Declaration of Independence. Governments are instituted among the people, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. And as Abraham Lincoln said in his Gettysburg Address, that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from this earth. What will be the answer to Ben Franklin's question about the creation of the USA and the U.S. Constitution? We've given you a republic. Can you keep it? To make sure the answer is yes, take action. So remember, be synthisophic and then you take action. Be synthisophic and then... Wait a minute. Let me add something to this. Hold on. All right, let's try it again. Be synthisophic and then you take action. Be synthisophic and then you take action. Integrate the wisdoms of history into present society. Yeah, you probably heard better, but I think you get the idea. Be synthisophic and then take action.